welcome to something new to me. I'm jumping on the filming bandwagon. Just thought I'd do something different now that I'm in a wheelchair, as you can see. So I've only been in a wheelchair since April last year, so April 21st, 2023. I had a motorbike accident up at Alice Springs, pre-runner for Fink, and I ended up fracturing 7 vertebrae, a shattering one, that obviously left me paralysed from about here down. So in that, it's been obviously a bit challenging, but for people that have been around it with me and through it, they'll understand why I'm doing something like this. I want to be able to make a difference. For me, I had a couple of people that really turned me from the negative side to the positive side, and now I want to be able to do that. And this is a different platform to do it as well. So this platform here is going to be me building my ute, camping, fishing, full driving, out in the boat, whatever it is. Like, I want to show people how far, like, we in a wheelchair can still go. And I still don't know how far that is, but I'm super keen to give it a crack and take everyone along for the ride, because I think it's something that we as people in a wheelchair need to see, and also people that aren't in a wheelchair. It might give a bit of perspective on what our capabilities really are, because I feel, as someone newly in a wheelchair, let alone people that have been in it a long time, that we're probably looked at that we're incapable or we are disabled. But we are disabled, but technically we're still the same person. Some of our body just doesn't work, and I'll probably do more than 90% of the population that are able-bodied. So this is a space where I'm going to show everyone and take you all through it. I've got a lot of help with it, which is amazing. So stick with me. This big girl is going to get a huge makeover over time. It's going to be exciting. There's going to be lots of trips. There's a couple other things that I won't say yet that we've got in the works. But yeah, if this is something that you guys enjoy watching, or something that you want to support, or even just share it around, that would be amazing. So this is my first video, so bear with me. The reason for the name of the channel is I strongly believe life does go on, and no matter what, life's got to go on. Whether it's you do it with a smile or whether you do it with a frown, life goes on. So that's where the names come from, and I just added the adventures bit in because that's what my life's gonna be full of. I'm excited to take my mates along with me. I'm excited to tag along with my mates. So yeah, life goes on. Let's do this. Let's utilise these legs that don't work to the best of their ability. So we've got the canopy. I ended up taking 50mm off the floor due to I didn't want 100mm deep false floor. So we took that off, and I had a mate come around to help me cut it, obviously, and he's tacked it on for me. So we've tacked it on, all in place, ready to be welded out. But with this welder, just wasn't loving the alley, so I got the pulse MIG. Then I'd already cut all the alley for the tray base. So again, Jonesy, a mate of mine, started tacking all that together, and so I had a base to start working on. That gives me an opportunity to now sit all my boxes, my drawer, my water tank in, and work out like my mud guards and this front box. So this front box I'm actually going to make myself purely because it's just an odd size and I want it to flow with this back one. So Now with that, I've got to cut some 50 by 50 alley to put in here, just to give it extra strength along where all the mud guards and the boxes are going to be bolted. And then once I get that drawer on top, I can sit it in place and work out exactly where it's going to sit, where my rails are going to run down, and where my tank's going to sit. So I'll go and cut these short bits now, and then I might even try get the drawer on, and we can see where it sits. Those 300s, and I've got them in pretty tight fit, but I've only put them in the two where it's actually going to matter. This middle one, it doesn't need us because the boxes will bolt on these, and then I'll do the same on the other side, and I'll probably have to do the same on the front for the front boxes. So what I'm doing here is for my under tray drawer, these angle bits I'm actually going to use as the brackets. So I'm going to drill the holes and tack these to the side of the under tray drawer, and then that will bolt to the tray. So I thought it'd be a bit easier having it bolted, and just a bracket like that, it gives it 8 bolts, pretty sturdy 10mm bolts into the actual base of the tray. What I'm doing here is 6.5 metre lengths of 75 by 50. Took the challenge on of getting it up on the drop saw. It was a bit of effort, but so there's 75 by 50. These bits I'm cutting here are the two main supports on the base of the tray. Take a quick tour up to Port Edlin for work, so it was good to get a quick break in the middle of this tray build. So I had me pop come up for the weekend, wanted to lend a hand, so it was good to have him up. He was pretty stoked. So we had a few packages arrive, which this one was my insulation for my canopy. Keep the canopy as cool as possible, especially because it's going to be black. So I unwrapped that, and then what we've been waiting for was the mud guards, which also come while I was away. So we unwrapped that, and obviously with a bit of struggle, as you can see. Would have been handy having 2 of those legs working, but we got through. We've got some problems. The welder, somehow, this thing, the wire has bunched up in there. It is a nightmare and I cannot get it out. I don't know what it did, but it like bound up in the line everywhere. So I don't know if like the liner's like... We had more issues with the nutset gun. Seemed to be like the actual thread on the nutset was kind of bent, so it wasn't doing it straight, so I was having to rethread them. So ended up sending a pop down to Bunno's, and I got one that goes into the impact driver that was absolutely sick. Like, I recommend it heaps, eh? Alvin, what are you doing? You want some pizza? You want some pizza? So I've had a fair old dip today. I didn't really get much filmed because it was just shit weather and I just want to sort of get into it, but everything's actually bolted up. So the under-tray drawer, boxes, guards, everything's bolted on. So I got all them bolted and exactly where they need to be. So now it's pretty much time to unbolt it all, flip it upside down and start to make the headboard and the tailboard. So the tailboard's going to be the one thing I'm unsure about because I don't know how I want it, and yeah, I want to keep it as like low profile as possible. Homie still down, calling us some slaves. So we've got the water tank has arrived. I was a bit worried about where this would fit, but it actually fits perfect. So it'll just sit in here, right in front of the drawer, and about 50mm short of the headboard, so kind of perfect. It's not out of place there, sort of lines up with the drawer a bit, and yeah, it should even out the weight pretty well. So the plan is this weekend, I wouldn't mind getting the floor of the canopy all welded on. That way I can flip it up and we can start measuring the fit out, and I can get what I want, and at least I know what I want there because I'll actually have like a visual measurement. So yeah, everyone's probably wondering why the hell I'm working in my garage. The reason for that is so I can chill and be at home building it. I've got a workshop, but it's just bed in the wheelchair. Like, at least when I'm done here, I'm done. I can just wheel inside and go to bed, kind of thing. Big, strong, all day man. Oh, so strong. we're just playing around with the headboard now. We're just measuring it up because we want to cut it and not all the way around, so like we can bend it and keep the outside like the bend, so it doesn't have a weld on it. Just gives more strength and it looks better, So just playing around with that on shape actually, so having a go at that. That's a wrap on this episode. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for next episode.